Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. This is Spit Face, and I'm here with Goddess Kelli, the Diva of Sports Debate, our guest, future music legend Lew Houston. That's right. And the First Lady is under the weather. She won't be with us this weekend, so send her some love, send her some good ideas. She be feeling it. Now, again, check out the music this week on Shout Out. We are featuring performances from our guest, Lew Houston. Will he find his shining star or get the cold feel of the mute button from Goddess Kelli? Well, we will have to find out. And Lew, welcome to the show, Lew. Welcome.
Hey, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Now, Lew, you in San Diego by way of Houston, Texas. Is that right?
Oh, definitely. I'm a Southern boy.
Oh, my man, no. Goddess Kelli, he gonna be looking for that jambalaya.
I don't know if I can handle two of you Southern boys on the line without the First Lady.
I don't know. Well, I got that Chicago Midwest blend, the tame, you know, I've been tamed a little bit. All right, it's time for What You Saying. Each week we try to figure out what is going on in the sports world. Not the plays of the week, more like the players of the week. Are they trying to tell us something? So we ask, what you saying? Fly, little better fly. Time keeps on slipping into the future. Time keeps on slipping into the future. So I want to fly like an eagle to the sea. Fly like an eagle, let the spirit carry me. I want to fly right into the future. Shaquille O'Neal, Shaq Daddy, is hoping the little babies don't fly far away from his new restaurant and reality show, The Big Chicken Shack. The Big Chicken Shack is in Las Vegas. It will be an interactive show airing on Facebook Watch, whatever the hell that is taking a big risk for his reputation. I mean, when it comes to the yard boy, we don't want no Popeyes or Kentucky Fried Chicken. And note, I did not say KFC. I said Kentucky Fried Chicken. So, now, how athletes be. And, it's just like they say in the NFL, it's a copycat cat league. So, athletes milking past glories, it's definitely a copycat league. So, should we expect Kobe's Steakhouse, the Big Fundamentals, ribs and seafood? How about some Pippin burgers? Given Shaq is a big guy, will people think the chickens should be big boys? Inga D. Brusen, Cornelia Ender, Don Fraser, and the Steve Miller Band are asking what you saying. I'm looking at the situation, and I'm going, this might be Shaq's biggest challenge. It could be. I mean, he got a lot on the line. A brother putting his culinary skills on the line. That's it. You know how it goes. You grew up in the South. You know when you throw down, they're gonna be tested.
Oh yeah,
they're gonna be tasted. And Shaq, he gonna have to come with it. And hell yeah, people gonna be expecting a big boy. I ain't gonna go to the Chicken Shack, and come out with some pigeon meat. I want to, it's got to be something there. Something the brother got to can sink his teeth into. You got expect. So I want the brother, to do well, but I'm going Shaq. I hope that you didn't go too far now, because believe me, you mess up the chicken, you ain't gonna never live that down. You mess up the boy. Oh man. But let's see if I guess Lew Houston has any feelings, suspicions, or prognostications about the Big Chicken Shack.
Well, I don't even know where Shaq originally from, so I don't even know if he carries those necessary skills, those culinary skills that you're supposed to have to cook some chicken. Because, I mean, you think chicken, it should be easy enough to cook, but some of the simplest things is the hardest thing to make taste good. So
I think it's from Florida.
Oh, okay. I don't think Florida specializes in chicken. I think they specialize in gators. Maybe he should have went that gator route.
Oh. Sound like Brother Lew suspicious. Oh, shoot. Well, Goddess Kelli is maybe a little more neutral to the situation.
Well, I mean, what Shaquille O'Neal is doing right now is he is alienating me on 2 points. I don't eat chicken, and I don't watch reality TV. I have been a vegetarian for 20 years. So if we're going to talk about athletes opening up restaurants, I want to see, like, the Tara Lowe and Tio Tofu, or maybe, like, the Sammy Sosa Soybean Factory. I don't know. But Shaquille O'Neal and some chicken, that is just not my jam right there. And when it comes to reality TV, you're going to do a show on Facebook Watch? I mean, come on. Shaquille O'Neal couldn't even get, like, a Netflix original series. He's going to be on Facebook Watch. Any loser with a webcam can have a Facebook reality show series. This is going to be a flop. But what do we expect from the king of Hack-a-Shack, the king of flop himself, Mr. Shaquille O'Neal? So I think that this is a failure on every level. And you know what? The rest of you retired basketball guys out there, do not follow suit. You know what? Go enjoy your money. Go have some fun. Maybe you want to have like a House of Love reality show. I think people still watch those. But don't go into this restaurant Facebook reality show. That is a loser way, and it just screams desperation. And that's something that I thought Shaquille O'Neal would never do. I never pictured him as the desperate type, but apparently I was wrong.
He lost you out on a couple of fronts, and then, but you know, I'm looking at it, that there has been a successful ex-basketball player to open up a restaurant, and that's Clyde the Glide Drexler.
Okay.
Because he and your mama put that now, they ain't high on my list. But you know, them white folk don't know no better, so they get us right. All right, let me leave that alone for Donald Trump coffee. Goddess Kelli, over to you.
Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years, rocking my peers and putting suckers in fear, making the tears rain down like a monsoon. Listen to the bass go boom. Explosion overpowering over the competition, I'm towering. Wrecking shop when I drop these lyrics that'll make you call the cops. Don't you dare stare, you better move. Don't ever compare me to the rest, that'll all get sliced and diced. Competition paying the price. I'm gonna knock you out. Mama said knock you out. We are not talking about Natalie Coughlin, Amy Van Dyken, or Christina Egerzicki. We are talking about the knockout punch Jerry Jones says he will land on any Cowboys player who refuses to stand during the national anthem. Is Jerry really reflecting the views of most, and I did say most, of the NFL owners that their players are nothing more than highly paid slaves who need to adhere to the whims of Master Jones? What will Jerry do if they stand and then raise a fist? Is Jerry more concerned with patriotism or keeping President Trump happy? Jerry used to have a reputation as an owner who cared for and respected his players. Is that reputation tarnished? Not to beat up on Jerry, but the Miami Dolphins were suggesting a 1-year suspension. Are they simply overreacting or showing their true allegiance to Vladimir Putin? Donald Trump. Kristen Otto, Dara Torres, and Jenny Thompson are asking, what you saying? Now, I think that we have spoken at length about this national anthem issue, and as I hope you guys know, I am pro-protest, I am pro-players, I am pro-taking a knee when it comes to standing up, or in this case, kneeling down against police brutality. I'm also pro-First Amendment, and I think the fact that Jerry Jones is saying that he is not going to allow his players, he's going to cut any player that dares to let their voice be heard on an issue that they oppose, I think that it is absolutely appalling. I think that he is acting as a slave master. Now, when it comes down to it, Jerry Jones has had that reputation of trying to rehabilitate players. He's taken in the guys that have had the domestic violence in their past, the shoplifting, the weed smoking, all sorts of things that NFL players are not supposed to do. But yet he draws the line at players protesting with their First Amendment privilege against a very real situation in their communities. I mean, if you look at the facts of police brutality, the number of unarmed black men that have been killed in the streets for nothing other than being black in the wrong place at the wrong time, it is an absolute travesty. The numbers don't lie, people, so I implore you, if you haven't looked at the numbers, look at the numbers. It is absolutely appalling. There are owners that are saying that they're going to support their players and their right to let their voice be heard. There are players that are out there in the communities doing things outside of the protest to try and make things better, to try to educate all of these people that are just looking at these players and saying, well, how dare they do this against the national anthem? They must not love the truth. It has nothing to do with the truth, people. Nothing at all. These players love the veterans, and they also participate in different programs to help the veterans. It's got nothing to do with that. Please open your eyes a little bit. Stop looking at the right-leaning rhetoric being spewed by Donald Trump and open your eyes to the real situation. Jerry Jones is proving that he is a puppet to the political machine. It started with Chris Christie when he invited him down to Jerry's World to watch the games just so he could get himself a break in a contract on the new World Trade Center. That's what that was all about, people. Look it up. Jerry Jones was awarded a contract to bring in a whole ton of money because he kissed Chris Christie's giant fat ass to get himself there. And now he's trying to do the same thing to President Trump. Maybe he wants a place in the cabinet. I don't know. And there is a whole lot that I could say on this issue, but I'm going to stop because we are on a time limit here, and this isn't, the Goddess Kelli show. This is Bras, Panties, and Sports. We have a special guest on the line. So, special guest, Lew Houston, what do you think about this debacle in Dallas?
Well, I'm going to go ahead and piggyback off you. I'm pro-athletes, too, so I feel like if they want to sit during the national anthem or whatever the case may be, they should be able to sit because, you have a right to your own beliefs. So giving them all these, I say cruel and unusual punishments, that's too much. I think Jerry selling out, he ought to have his athletes back.
Absolutely. Spitface, what you got to say on this one?
I was looking at the situation, and, if it's, now one thing, I don't even like the Cowboys. So I almost say, y'all good, y'all got Jerry. And note I said almost, because I'm going, as long as y'all got Mr., as long as y'all got Massa up there in Dallas, as long as y'all got Massa, see, I ain't got to worry about y'all winning nothing. As long as y'all got Massa up there. And, cause those Massa attitudes is what's keeping y'all having a mediocre team. Yeah, you know, Massa. Let me go get that rowdy slave and bring him over into the crew. You know, we know how to treat them old rowdy ones. You know, what, you done beat up on a couple of women? Hey, man, come on, I can take care of you. Hey, you know, you like to shoplift? We got your back here over here. Come on, I know how to treat all them kind of slaves, but. Oh, you one of them smart slaves. You can read and write? We got a problem now. You must think you a white man. You gonna protest. Don't you know? But, I don't want to skip over the fact that, you know, when many teams had to submit how they were going to handle the policy. They just like, you know, and the Miami Dolphins tried to get off with, well, hey, you know, they just said that was just something to throw out there. You know, we used to negotiating and, you know, you go extreme so that you can, you know, you can negotiate and wheel and deal. Bullshit. No, brothers, y'all, you know, and to allow to dictate how you gonna operate. I go NFL owners. At first, I used to think y'all were weak. Now I know y'all just racist. You know, because it's weak to let you run in the NFL. You know, y'all make a call. Hey, look, you know what? We run the NFL. We ain't had no problems with our players doing ABC. It ain't something we required in the first place. And I said, well, y'all just kowtown to the pressure. No, y'all ain't kowtown to the pressure. This is, y'all are showing your true hand. And, you know, I hate to say it, Jerry Jones got his buddy down here in Houston. That's right. And I'm rooting for the Texans. But he got his buddy down here in Houston who done showed his true hand or two. That's all I'm saying, goddess.
All right. Well, as we put our soapboxes away, Spitfires, take us to our first break.
The first two listeners to email us or send a shout-out with the reason that these ladies are grouped together will receive a $25 gift card for our partners at DaisyOT.com and NBAStore.com. Now, your hint is mermaids. That's right. You know, the women with the fishtails swimming in the water. That's your hint. Now, stay tuned. Coming up next, we'll have a performance from our guest, Lew Houston, on the first part of Shout Out. Stay tuned. It's going to be a lot more. We're gonna do something. Free Mr. Burn.
The music flows in from around the globe to get a shout out from the panel. Spitface, I can't wait to hear the music from our special guest, Lew Houston.
All right. On Shout Out, we feature new independent artists who are looking to find their shining star. If we like what we hear, we give the track a shout out. If we don't like it, we hit the mute button. And some of us are a little bit quicker on hitting the mute button than others. I will not mention that host by name, but I will say that it's one of the female part of the group. But today we are featuring music from Lew Houston. Lew, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got in the music industry, and, you know, what you up to.
Oh, how y'all doing? Like you said, my name is Lew Houston. I'm originally from Houston, Texas, born in the inner streets. You know, the way I got into music, it would go all the way back to elementary, man. When I was in school reading The Cat in the Hat, you know, doing them little elementary rhymes. But I was raised in a single-parent household, went to church every Sunday, so my mom, she ain't allowed no worldly music in the house, so I had to listen to it from my friends. But of course, I ain't know all the words to songs, so whenever the songs come on, I ain't know the words. I fill in the blank myself, and that's how I started rapping. I get it by like 9 years old.
I understand, coming from where I done came from about that worldly music being played in the house.
Oh yeah.
Now we didn't have it that way in my household, but I'll say we knew of plenty of our playmates who hey, Miss Jones don't play that. And we not in Miss Jones' house, but come on over here. My mom let you listen to it. Now, so you've been out there. Man, what's the hardest thing? Because as we said, we bring in the independent artists. So now you ain't up there with Jay-Z and all of that. What's the problem? Are they dissing you, or what's the challenge there? Because it seems like you might need to be up there.
I feel you on that one. But I say the hardest thing in this industry is just trying to get your music around the right ears, because you can perform and promote and do shows for a year, 5, 10 years, but if the right ears don't hear your music, then it ain't really nothing, because you have different people coming up to you saying, oh, I know Jay-Z producer, and I know this and I know that, I can take you here and there, but people just trying to make it sound like they got the hookup, they got the connections, so you'll be more inclined to talk to them or hit them up. So you just got to find your motivation, your inspiration, and keep grinding and push yourself. The more places you promote, the more ears hear, and hopefully, those right ears hear your music.
So are you trying to say on the slide that you reap what you sow? And sometimes you got to sow until it sprout.
There you go. You got to sow that seed so that seed will blossom, you know what I'm saying?
I heard this one artist say that she won a Grammy for the best new artist. And she said, man, it took me 20 years to get that best new artist.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna hear this first track, and the name of the track is Faith. You want to tell us a little bit what's up with Faith?
I ain't gonna say too much. I'm gonna let you take it how it is, but basically it's real trap music. So listen up.
All right. Well, we're gonna check out Faith. DJ rolling.
Hit the trap, I'm getting paid. By 10 o'clock, all them haters getting sprayed. 11 o'clock, I'm at the door, we kicking in. I been about them Benjamins, about to bring them true killers in. By 1 o'clock, I'm high off weed and oxygen. By 2 o'clock, no haters bring them choppers in. Around the clock, I'm watching out for coppers. Then they steady watching, clocking and trying to stop me from copping in. Pump your brakes, hit the safe. Rolly, watch, diamond, face, whip the work. I don't take, keep them things, hella late. Pull up a motor, no bike, sipping the motor low light. Give me the dope, give me the cash, shoot everybody in sight. First I pull off in the Porsche, fuck it, pull off in the Wraith. Give me the dope, give me the cash, guessing the cops wanna race. No pumping the brakes, more choppers, no safe. Empty the clip, nigga don't trip, nigga I body the stake. Talking about having a shootout, trigger finger zap Judah. Chopper don't jam, get to the ground, then it clips with the ruler. School you niggas Ferris Bueller. Chopper came with a cooler. This a rolling, not a mule. Haters kiss my medulla. Blood game cause I'm nasty, like I'm hood kinda classy. Lame niggas never pass me, ditching you niggas you right with a trash beat. Last place cause you're too soft. Sandman get booed off. Red nose like Rudolph. No ceilings took his roof off. Summertime with the roof off. Grind time on goof off. In your time like a new boss. Ruger sound like the new Ross. 9 o'clock, I hit the trap, I'm getting paid. By 10 o'clock, all them haters getting sprayed. 11 o'clock, I'm at the door, we kicking in. I been about them Benjamins, about to bring them true killers in. By 1 o'clock, I'm high off weed and oxygen. By 2 o'clock, oh haters bring them choppers in. Around the clock, I'm watching out for coppers. Then they steady watching clocking and trying to stop me from copping in. Pump your brakes, hit the safe, rolly, watch, diamond, face, whip the work. I don't take, keep them things, hella, I'm up round the clock like a dope fiend. Middle finger, you don't know me, and I stay strapped, ain't hard to tell. Trigger finger where that coke be, now pull the trigger for that coke be. School you niggas, no joke be. Tell me what's the stake, I say A1. So lames, listen up closely, hands in the air, hold freeze. Why you here? Mo keys, drop the purse, watch two, don't move, not you. Told you once, ain't nothing nice, it's a cold world, nigga, hot you. So much red in this fucking place, I'ma have them niggas ain't powerful. Man, I'm straight from the bayou, from the bottom, from straight by you. Moving work since the early teen, been spitting flames like Ryu. Don't need a code, straight finish him, make the chopper sound like a haiku. Man, if the niggas ever cross the line, it's dinner time, nigga, my food. 9 o'clock, I hit the trap, I'm getting paid. By 10 o'clock, all them haters getting sprayed. 11 o'clock, I'm at the door, we kicking in. I been about them Benjamins, about to bring them true killers in. By 1 o'clock, I'm high off weed and oxygen. By 2 o'clock, oh haters bring them choppers in. Around the clock, I'm watching out for coppers. Then they steady watching clocking and trying to stop me from copping in. Pump your brakes, hit the safe, rolly, watch, diamond, face, whip the work. I don't take, keep them things, hella late.
2018, Mr. Lew Houston, what's up, boy? You niggas ain't say nothing, not around here. Mark sound, yeah, we here, baby. Let's go.
Lew Houston, the name of the track was Safe. Let's see. Goddess Kelli. Are you on the fence? Are you hitting the mute? Does it get a shout out, a yo?
Actually, I like the track. I like it a lot. It kind of blends the best of what I liked from 90s rap, kind of that good gangsta beat to it with, like, you know, a really hard rap, but it also has, like, the modern rap where there's that good blend of the, you know, the different voices that he does, that sort of thing, where it's put together. It's produced really well. So I enjoyed it. And what sets this apart from some of the other modern rap out there is I could actually understand what he was saying throughout the track. But the one thing that I think it was missing to make it more commercialized is I didn't think it had a catchy hook to it. So, like, Lil Pump, even though you can't understand a word he says, he's got, like, that catchy hook, which kind of just makes it a commercialized track. And the hook I just thought was a little too long to stick with you and be catchy. But other than that, I loved the song. So I'm going to give it a shout out. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you know, I was listening to the track, Brother Lew, and I was like, is this brother a pad? With all them voices, you a pad, boy? Now, I like it, the track. I like you was dramming. I like, one thing I appreciate is when you can tell it wasn't no half-ass effort.
Right.
You know, you put some work into it, and you letting the chips fall where they lay. But you did the work. You know, you didn't do some half-ass, let me put it up there and then be upset, you know, that people hear it that way. You know, you did some work, and that is appreciated. We thank you for that. But we're going to hear another track from you to see if you, you know, if you just slip that good one in on us. we gonna say, but you know what? I have a water splashing on you. You know, it must be time for our favorite underwater friend. It's time for Flip It. All right. It is time for Flip It, where our hosts defend a point and then flip the script and defend the opposing view. The Ravens and Steelers, that's what we're going to talk about football, have not been to the big dance in several years. Which coach should be on the hot seat? Mike Tomlin or John Harbaugh? Defend. The Steelers have been more competitive with better personnel than the Ravens, but they keep choking in the playoffs. Tomlin must be on the hot seat. Get Harbaugh and Flacco some playmakers, and they'll be fine. So we defending Tomlin to be on the hot seat. And Lew, Goddess Kelli, hell yeah. Look, I love me some Coach Tomlin, but but he keeps getting this team up there, and they keep choking. And there's a point where you can't get rid of the team. You ain't getting rid of Big Ben. You ain't getting rid of Le'Veon. You ain't getting rid of the wide receiver that's jumping over people's heads, grab snatching balls out the air, and then doing dances in the end zone. You ain't getting rid of them guys. But something got to change. And Tomlin got to be on the hot seat, because if this year they can't compete with them Patriots, or even worse, they don't win the division, he gotta go. Lew. And as far as Flacco, now let's just face it. Flacco, Harbaugh lost the heart of their defense when he retired. And then everybody else just got old quick. And, and then, you had a certain running back who, figured that he needed to play, Joe Frazier on his pregnant girlfriend or something like that. And, it was just a bad situation. So I think, but Harbaugh with less talent still kept them, at least with a sight that they could make some noise. So you got to give Flacco a little more space, and get him some players. That's the deal. Tomlin, come on, dog. You got Big Ben, Le'Veon. You got, so hot seat. But we're going to let, before we throw Lew into the fire, Goddess Kelli defend.
All right. I mean, when it comes to Tomlin, he has been a very good coach, and he's been with the Steelers, though, for an extremely long time. He's been the coach since 2007. When it comes to head coaches, that's like ancient when it comes to that, where most teams will throw their head coach away after just a few years if they haven't been able to bring home the prize that they think that he should be capable of. Where I think Mike Tomlin has gone wrong is the Steelers have always been about the team. They've never been a team of personalities like some other NFL teams. It's always been the Steelers above all else. But in these past few years, we've seen a lot of the contract disputes with Le'Veon Bell. We've seen, the different personal problems with Ben Roethlisberger and the allegations against him from certain women. And we've seen a lot of egos clashing in the Steelers. And that's something that team has always been able to rise above and, not get brought into that kind of petty world that so many of the other teams get into. And it almost seems as though Tomlin has lost control over his players. Now, he does have extremely talented personnel. If you look at it, the Killer Bees, they've got Ben Roethlisberger, they've got Antonio Brown, they've got Le'Veon Bell. The fact that, these guys haven't been able to get farther into the playoffs and bring home another ring to Pittsburgh, it's ridiculous to me that you can have that level of talent and not be able to go anywhere. So I definitely think that Tomlin should be in the hot seat, because it seems to me that the players are running the team more than he is. So it's time to get some new blood. When a coach has been around for that long, the team starts to get complacent. I mean, we saw it in Philadelphia with Andy Reid. Andy Reid was a hell of a coach, an excellent coach, but he began to get complacent. The players started kind of taking advantage of him. He lost that respect. And then he went to a new team, and he was able to get it back with Kansas City. And it's time for Mike Tomlin to do the same thing. He's going to get another head coaching job if he leaves the Pittsburgh Steelers. There's no doubt about it. A team would snatch him up in a heartbeat. But I think that it's time to cut ties with the Steel City and go elsewhere for him.
Cut ties with the Steel City. All right. Okay. Brother Lew, do you want to defend Tomlin should be on that hot seat?
Man, I think I'm gonna go ahead and say I think he should be on that hot seat as well, because when you notice that your team or you as a whole organization, you growing complacent and you're not moving around or getting the right pieces to the puzzle, whatever the case may be, then you know it's time for a change. And when something happened like that, you say with the allegations of Ben Roethlisberger or Antonio Brown got hurt or this or that, that's when it's time for some team bonding. You need some camaraderie. You got to bring that team together and have dinners at the players or the coach house, have nights out for the team to come together, so you'll know that person more than just on the field but off the field. And then that's when you hold each other accountable for your actions. So that man to your left and your right, you know he wouldn't go out there and do something to jeopardize the team, because you already know you have that trust built in each other. So I feel like if they go that route and they already have the talent, then they should be able to go ahead and keep the momentum going when they make it in the playoffs, and they won't fumble.
So Tomlin need to learn some team building.
Yep.
All right, now this is flipping where we flip the script and defend the opposing view. Tomlin has been able to keep rolling while building a new defense. In the meanwhile, Harbaugh, has just presided over losing season after losing season. Hot seat for Harbaugh. God is Kelli defend.
Well, all right, if you look at Tomlin's exits in the past few playoff games, it's not because his team wasn't as good as the other teams. It's because the referees wanted to have the New England Patriots go to the Super Bowl. It has nothing to do with Tomlin's strength as a coach. It has to do with the fact that Tom Brady is the golden boy and the referees cheated on his behalf, as they have every time. If you look at some of the controversial plays which have cost the Pittsburgh Steelers their spot in the playoffs, it's been, plays that people have been outraged about, the fact, saying it's a catch, it's not a catch. It's like nobody in the NFL knows what a damn catch is these days, and Tomlin has been a victim of that. Whereas when it comes to the Baltimore Ravens and Harbaugh, he hasn't done anything for years. Joe Flacco has been one of the most inconsistent quarterbacks in NFL history. And the fact that he refuses to cut ties with him, let somebody else go under center for the Baltimore Ravens, just proves that Harbaugh doesn't really know what he's doing. Maybe he's letting, his emotions get in the way of it. I don't know. It's almost like the same love affair that Jerry Jones used to have with Tony Romo. I don't know what's going on between Harbaugh and Flacco, but that needs to end. And if it's going to end, it's going to end with Harbaugh being fired. He needs to be on the hot seat because he has not done anything to keep his team relevant. I mean, when you got Des Bryant, who's been, so desperate that he might go to play for the Cleveland Browns, now you weren't even weren't even able to sign him for a more lucrative deal than he's going to be able to get now. I mean, Harbaugh, nobody wants to play for you. You suck. You should do what your brother did and go back to college.
Was John Harbaugh in college?
I don't know. I just get those Harbaughs confused. Too many Harbaughs.
Maybe they should get Big Brother out of college and have him coach the Ravens. They should swap. But Lew, defend. Tomlin is okay, but that Harbaugh boy, hot.
So yeah, for the Ravens, you know, like you said, the Ravens ain't been good since the man himself retired, old Ray Lewis. You know, they was built around defense, and ever since he left, I ain't seen a lick of defense from the Ravens since. So they need to mix up the seasoning in that jambalaya. Get some things moved around and cracking out there. And then as far as Flacco being like Tony Romo, oh man, they'll I think you hit the nail on the head right there. You got to have a consistent quarterback. But back to Tomlin, I feel like they do have talent there in the Steelers, but it's like, say if you got a team that makes it to the playoffs every year and then you end up losing because of the refs or just because our last field goal or something, you always going to think that next year, oh, we got the right pieces to the puzzle. We just got to, you know, make sure we come through in the clutch. So you bring back that same team next year thinking you're going to do it the next year, but you end up not doing it. So Tomlin, he could be doing the right thing by keeping that team together. So I'm going to go with that one. Yeah, put Harbaugh in the hot seat.
All right. Hot seat Harbaugh. You know, I'm looking at things and I'm going, you know, the Ravens kind of lucked up and won that Super Bowl. Because a certain quarterback who should be playing in front of Flacco, named Kaepernick, you know, just missed.
Preach.
The 49ers winning the Super Bowl after some kind of power incident happened during the game and the momentum suddenly shifted. So, you know, I'm still suspicious that Vladdy's might have been had some influence way back then. We just didn't know about it. It smelled Russian to me. But but since that time, they ain't done diddly. They ain't done diddly. You know how you living off of past glory, and after a while it's like, you know what, man, you really ain't done nothing in quite a while. You know, like the Steelers are at least knocking on the door, kicking on the door. You know, they have a legitimate chance to get in the big game anytime. And you kind of sit up there and you go, now look, you know, don't do like the San Diego Chargers did. Oh, you know, we almost there, but we're going to get rid of the coach and bring in somebody else and switch quarterbacks. Drew Brees leaves and goes and get him a ring, you know, in New Orleans. You know, forget y'all. Don't want me. You know. and you know, so don't do that, Pittsburgh. But the Ravens, it's a change need to come your way.
Right on. Right on.
Wait, soon. All right. Stay tuned. Up next, the funnies and our favorite underwater friend on Flip It, Part 2. Free Mr. Bond. First lady, you get better. Welcome back. You are still listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. It's time for the funnies. Goddess Kelli, over to you.
All right, I think we got a good one for you guys today. Dog Lucifer saves Kansas owner from burning home. A dog named Lucifer rescued his owner from a burning home in Kansas. Larry Moore was asleep on his living room chair when a fire broke out in his home in Hutchinson. The smoke detectors weren't working in the home, and Moore figured he would have kept sleeping if it wasn't for Lucifer. He jumped in my lap and woke me up, and I turned around and the house was on fire. I don't think I would have made it, to be honest, because it just happened so fast. Moore escaped the house with Lucifer and his other dog, but needed treatment for smoke inhalation after going back inside to get personal items. According to the Hutchinson Fire Department, the electrical fire was caused by improper extension cords. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I got improper extension cords all over my house.
But do you have a dog named Lucifer?
I got a dog named Eris, and yeah, she'd probably just sit there and burn with me.
Yeah, because I'm kind of looking, I'm going, one, I want to know what's on the owner's mind naming the dog Lucifer. And then the other thing is that I'm going, fool, you going to run back into the house. You've been saying you're going to run your butt back in. Okay, all right.
This is probably the first time someone named Lucifer stopped somebody from burning instead of causing a burning. But you know what? If you're on fire, all you need is a little bit of water splashing on you to put it out. And on that note, it is time once again for our favorite underwater friend. It's time for Flip It.
All right, y'all. Aaron Rodgers says he is not worried about a contract extension or new contract. Is that a subtle hint? If the Packers are not Super Bowl contenders this season, he is going somewhere else. Would Aaron Rodgers be better off playing for the Jaguars, Titans, or Miami than staying with the Packers? Ooh, the Packer fans going to be upset with this one. Panel defend. The Packers pretty much rule the NFC North, and that keeps them in playoff contention. And a system where he is a winner. Aaron Rodgers should stay put. Goddess Kelli defend.
All right, Aaron Rodgers is a god in Green Bay. He really is. He is the second coming of Brett Favre. He is what they worship out there. They worship Aaron Rodgers and they worship cheese. That's like their two religions, Aaron Rodgers and cheese. So if he were to go anywhere else, it would just be absolutely stupid because no city is going to rally behind Aaron Rodgers the same way that Green Bay has. That is one of those quintessential football cities where football is everything to them. But I guess if you live in a frozen wasteland, that's pretty much all you have to look forward to anyway. But again, like this says, they do run the NFC North. They're going to be the best team in that division, even though Minnesota is trying to creep up in there. They've got, Kirk Cousins over there now, and they've got that pretty decent defense. But this new Minnesota team hasn't played with an Aaron Rodgers that has been healthy all season. I think Minnesota is extremely overrated. I think that they were lucky. The fact that Aaron Rodgers got injured and they didn't have to kind of compete to be top of the division with them, I think it allowed them to kind of waltz into the playoffs last season. I think if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, he is once again going to be like, let's get our Game of Thrones on. He's going to be king of the North of there, the way that he has always been. So he should definitely stay in the city that worships him and not go anywhere else.
All right. King of the North. Lew Houston defend. Aaron Rodgers should stay put.
Yeah, he is looked at like that new Brett Favre, and they worship him like a god because that's basically all they got in the middle of nowhere is football and probably their dog or something. So he should stay put. But if they don't want him no more, I don't really know who the Jaguars is. I didn't even know they still had a football team. And they ain't like the Titans since they got rid of our team in Houston, the Oilers. I don't want them to have nobody as good as them. and Miami ain't been good since Ricky Williams. So go ahead and bring Aaron Rodgers down to Houston. We'll take you in the Texans. You know, that's all we really been missing was a quarterback. As long as our defense stay healthy, come on down south, brother. We got you.
All right. You know, I'm looking at it and I'm going. Aaron Rodgers needs to keep his discount double check self in Green Bay, and you know, one, you know, the franchise is gonna do what's right by him contract wise. So all he got to do is concentrate on his game. They're gonna do right by him. The other thing is that going to another team, they got to be a team where they're a quarterback away from leapfrogging and making it to, you know, the big game. Because otherwise, he could stay where he at and know that, hey, I'm in competition, you know, to get there. So, you know, hey, if he want a shot at another ring, he need to roll the dice on the horse that got him that last ring. Now, you know this is Flip It, where we flip the script and defend the opposing view. Panel defend don't mean a thing if you only got one ring. Green Bay can beat up on the NFC North all the time, but the team is getting long in the tooth, and it's rebuilding time to move on to a team that rebuilt, that only needs a quarterback. You know, again, he should move on to a team that's been rebuilt, that only needs a quarterback. God is Kelli, defend.
Well, if you look at it, there has been a significant power shift in the NFL. It used to be that the AFC was king with the New England Patriots and their dynasty, with the Pittsburgh Steelers and their dynasty. But how the mighty have fallen in the AFC. They are starting to look like not the American Football Conference, they're looking like the amateur football conference. We've got Tom Brady that is older than dirt. We've got a Pittsburgh Steelers team that we have seen descent from, and those Jaguars, they almost snuck themselves into the Super Bowl last season with a quarterback named Blake Bortles. If you can almost go to the Super Bowl with Blake Bortles as your quarterback, imagine what you could do with Aaron Rodgers. Now, if we look over at the NFC, we've got the Super Bowl champion, that's right, the Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, looking to get that double in a row with their healthy quarterback Carson Wentz, looking like he's going to be ready week one. We have got the LA Rams, who have been building a powerhouse to try and contend with those Philadelphia Eagles with that hot little young coach of theirs, Sean McVay. They have been picking up a ton of talent. They're ready to compete. Like I mentioned before, they picked up Kirk Cousins in Minnesota, get rid of that second-rate quarterback Chase Daniels that they had. They've started to make some strides, and so some other NFC teams. You mentioned, you know, your Houston team down there with a healthy Deshaun Watson. You guys are going to be contenders if he can stop himself from getting hurt. He was looking like he could be Rookie of the Year last season. So I think the Jaguars would actually be a hell of a landing spot for someone like Aaron Rodgers if they could get somebody under center that's not named Blake Bortles. With that defense, the sky is the limit. They would rocket to the top of the AFC. So you know what, Aaron? Pack your bags, pack your shorts. It's time for some sunny Florida weather.
All right. Okay. All right. Blake who? All right. Lew Houston defend. Aaron Rodgers needs to pack up and get the hell up out of Green Bay and get him a team that only needs a quarterback. Defend.
Man, honestly, I feel like he really should stay where he at instead of going somewhere else to another team that's only a quarterback away. Well, he kind of got that at Green Bay. I kind of look at him like how Cleveland looked at LeBron. You know, they worship him. And whatever team he goes to, you know, they going to make the playoffs, definitely. And they going to win their division. The thing is just once y'all make it there, what you going to do then? When you make it out of there and you make it to the playoffs, you go against those guys that beat you last time. So, but yeah, I think his best chance is to stay where he at. He got the fan support, and it ain't always about the money if that's the issue. Sometimes if you want that another ring, you got to sacrifice that contract and stay where you at.
All right. Now, Brett Favre need to, right. Before Aaron Rodgers becomes the next Brett Favre, he needs to pack the hell up and get out of Green Bay. Because the one thing he'll have in common with Brett Favre is one ring and a bunch of stats. You know, Brett Favre only had one. He didn't have 2, 3 rings. He had one ring. And when you look at the great quarterbacks, you know, yeah, they got the stats, but the ones you talk about are the ones who got more than one ring.
Mm-hmm.
And with Green Bay, all he gonna have what he already got. It ain't gonna get no better. But if he make a move now, while he in the prime, to a team that's young, upcoming, that done made some noise in the playoffs, he got a good shot. And the team that I'll just say may find out that they still need a quarterback at the end of the season before the window closed down on them is the Denver Broncos. That's right. Aaron Rodgers become a Denver Bronco with 3-time Super Bowl winner John Elway. Now, they can make some noise, and they can make some deals. And you know John Elway, he's sly, slick, and wicked. He was able to sell the Texans that quarterback that ain't nothing. Said, "Now y'all Texans go ahead and take it, you daddy." He said, "Oh, Texans owner? Oh shoot, I was one of them slaves. My nickname is Moses. Set my people free." So you take this fool for all that money on the hook. We ain't, So, Aaron Rodgers, Denver Broncos. All right. That's flipping for this week. Goddess Kelli, what kind of jambalaya do you have for us? Spicy or not?
I don't know. This jambalaya could go either way, so let's have it. Before I criticize a man, I like to walk a mile in his shoes. That way, when I do criticize him, I'm a mile away, and I have his shoes. So how does this quote relate to the Houston Rockets signing Clint Capella to a 5-year, $90 million extension? Now, to me, the person I'm criticizing in this deal is Clint Capella. And when it comes down to it, his full name is Clint Ndumba Capella, and I think he is being pretty dumba with this one. If you look at it, he is a center that can actually play both offense and defense. And in today's NBA, a $90 million 5-year contract is pretty much just pennies compared to what some of these other guys are doing. And especially a guy as young as he is. I think he's only 24. But if you look at the Houston Rockets, they got a steal with this one. If you look at the fact that they have got James Harden still, they were able to re-sign Chris Paul, so they have got a lot of their talent core coming back, and now they have got a stud that is young who has yet to even reach his full potential in Clint Capella, coming back for 5 years for the best of his playing years during his prime age playing time. I mean, they're making themselves contenders for years to come, especially, if James Harden can continue to play at the level that he's been playing. I mean, Chris Paul, he's getting a little bit older, but he's still playing at a high level too. And I think the Houston Rockets are going to maybe be a bit of a contender to go against the Golden State Warriors. Now, of course, we know the West has gotten a little bit harder with LeBron in the mix in LA with the Lakers, and they're going to be able to pick up pretty much any superstar they want. But they've got Kawhi Leonard out of the way now, going up to the snowy land of Toronto, and DeMar DeRozan going down to San Antonio. He's proven that he chokes in the playoffs. So I think that this puts the Houston Rockets in a great place. So I like it. I like it for the Houston Rockets. I think Clint Ndumba Capella could have gotten a little bit more money out of the deal. Lew Houston, what do you think? You follow some NBA?
Oh, definitely, and that's my team, so I'm rolling with them tough. I love the team they had last year, so they brought him back. I feel like they just got to bring him more into the offense. They got to run that pick and roll with Capella and keep the big man happy. I look at it like the big man is like the wife of the team. You know, they bring the point guard bring home the bacon, but the big man that's who put it on the stove, put them people in the kitchen, fry them up. So if you make Clint Capella happy, you got a happy team right there. You gonna have some wins.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that the age of the big man in the NBA is starting to come back. So that's why I think Clint could have asked for a little bit more money on that deal. But Spitface, what do you think?
Yes, the Rockets stole it. They took Clint's shoes and they were a mile away, but they didn't criticize him. You know? But Clint, they got you, boy. You could have got a few more meals out of that deal, you know. But I get you young, you anxious. You like, look, I just want to play. And, you know, and not that the money you got is anything to sneeze about, given the fact that NBA contracts are guaranteed, unlike NFL contracts, and that are only guaranteed for a season if you're on the roster week one. Just want to clarify that. Clint Capella's money is in the bank. Now, but Clint, your next deal, come on, you know, just talk to me and Lou. We'll get you taken care of for that next deal. That's all I'm saying there, First Lady.
Holla at me.
Got you. All right, that was a tasty jambalaya this week. So now while we digest some jambalaya, Spitface, take us over to break.
All right, on the other side of the break, we have another performance from Lew Houston on Shout Out. Please stay tuned. Welcome. You are listening to Bras, Panties, and Sports. It's time for Shout Out Part 2, the picks and the finale. The music flows from around the globe to get a shout out from the crew. Goddess Kelli, over to you.
All right, I am excited. We have got another performance from our special guest, Lew Houston. We did enjoy the first track, so let's hear the next one. DJ, play Drop It.
Now let me see you drop it like a 6-4. Now throw that booty round and round like a merry-go. A lot of boppers in the building with that cash flow. Now if you really bout that money, let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go. Let that ass go, drop it low to the flow, girl. Drop into the splits, round the pole, you for show, girl. Know that you be getting it, all the players be digging it. When you shake that booty up and down, there ain't no missing it. No competition similar, body shaped like an emblem. Pretty fine brown thing, I know they gon' remember ya. Check out her Instagram, I bet everybody friends with ya. And she like them girls, they like them girls, knew we was similar. And she bought them dollars, what the hell you think she poppin' for? Don't do it for the fame, even though she popular. Got everybody jocking you, regulars even stocking you. I call her Miss Independent cause ain't nobody stopping you. Now throw that booty round like a merry-go. Let me see you touch the grind, drop it very low. Now let me see your handstand to the splits. Now let everybody know that you the shit. Now let me see you drop it like a 6-4. Now throw that booty round and round like a merry-go. A lot of boppers in the building with that cash flow. Now if you really bout that money, let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go. Man, she a 5-star chick, making money, she a veteran. Freshman with a letterman, ain't nobody better than. Long hair, cute face, big hips, thin waist. Climbing up and down that pole, you know that's how she stay in shape. College tuition, there used to be a little dream of hers. Now she steady working at the strip club, a dream girl. Powers get at you cause they intrigued by your stature. Speed racer to that cash cause can't nobody catch it. Shake that money, make a girl cause you know how to do it. A lot of private dancers cause it's you they pursuing. Pretty brown girl, baby you the shit. Fine yellow mama love the way you work them hips. If you a red bone, get paid. If you own your own home, get paid. If you take care of your kids, you straight. And fuck what a motherfucker say. Now let me see you drop it like a 6-4. Now throw that booty round and round like a merry-go. A lot of boppers in the building with that cash flow. Now if you really bout that money, let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go. Now let me see you drop it like a 6-4. Now throw that booty round and round like a merry-go. A lot of boppers in the building with that cash flow. Now if you really bout that money, let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Let that ass go. Girl, let that ass go.
That was Drop It. Is the track going to get a shout out or the mute button? Now, for me, on a personal level, I like the first song better, but I thought that this song was extremely commercial. I could hear this on the radio. I think it was catchy. I loved the beat. I thought it was put together well. I thought it was very well produced. Just on a personal level, I like my rap a little harder, which is why I like the first song better. But I think that the music executives would like this one better. And I think it was an extremely commercial song. I think it would be right at home on the radio station that I listen to in the mornings. I think it would be a good song that I could hear on that station on my morning commute. So I'm definitely giving it a shout out. I was impressed. What'd you think?
All right, I'm shouting it out, and I'm sort of with you. I did like the first track a little bit more. I had a little more fun with the first track. Now, but like I said, but my band Lew Houston be doing the work. You know, just quality. I like a quality sound and a quality production. You got to shout it out. Got to say, and you know, now the radio station I listen to is WEFUNK. That's right. Oh, we funk. WEFUNK, we funk. You know, just coming from a hip place. Shout it out.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. And Lew, since you're on the line with us, do you have any messages to give to the people that are listening to tell them a little more about your music?
Oh yeah, man, just stay tuned. I'm still working. I just worked on 4 more songs this past week that's about to get mixed, mastered, recorded, and all that. If you're looking for some of my music, you can go on my website at www.lewhouston.com. You can follow me on IG or Facebook at Lew_Houston, and just stay tuned, man. I'm going to the top.
All right, and that Lew is Lew.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we just want folks not to get you confused with Lou Rawls.
I mean, absolutely. And you made a fan today. I'm impressed. I like the sound a lot. And that doesn't happen very often from me. So it's not often I'm impressed. So definitely. And that is the end of shout out. And if you also liked what you heard from Lew Houston, like he said, check him out at his website, LEWHOUSTON.com. And if you would like to be heard, or if you have any comments, you can send your emails and tracks to Panties at oldgrumpyradio.com. And now, my favorite part of the show, over to Spitface for the picks.
All right. The First Lady is not here, so she, we don't have the standings, but we are in two. That's right. The hardball picks. Who will wear the crown? By the end of the day, Friday, the Twins will have more wins than the Tigers. 5,000 for the right answer, minus 5,000 if you go wrong. The First Lady says, yes, the Twins will have more wins than the Tigers. Goddess Kelly.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Twins, yes.
Goddess Kelly goes with the Twins. Lou, you keeping up with baseball?
No, the only team I was really keeping up with was the Astros, because we won the big thing last year, baby.
All right, okay. Well, I'm going to go with the Twins as well. All right, Goddess Kelly, Seattle, more wins than Oakland. The First Lady says no. No. I'm going yes.
I'm riding with the First Lady again. I'm going with no.
All right, okay. Miami, more wins than the Mets. First Lady says no. Goddess Kelly, you riding with her?
I'm actually going to go with Miami this time, so I say yes.
All right, I'm going with Miami, yes. Washington, more wins than Atlanta. What you saying, Goddess Kelly?
I'm going to say no. Let's go with Atlanta.
Okay, First Lady says yes. I go yes with Washington. St. Louis, more wins than the Pirates, them Pats. First Lady says no. I say yes. What does Goddess Kelly say?
Goddess Kelly says yes, St. Louis.
Goddess Kelly says yes. All right. We'll have hardball picks and standings on our next episode. Now, it is time for our panel to give us their outrageous predictions. Wow, the outrageous predictions. Goddess Kelly, you got an outrageous prediction?
All right, the deal with Des Bryant and the Cleveland Browns is going to fall through, and no other team is going to want to deal with him after his recent Twitter tirade.
That might not be an outrageous prediction. Lew Houston, do you have an outrageous prediction?
No, not this time. I ain't got no outrageous predictions, man. But if I did, I wouldn't be a fan of my team. So my prediction would be obvious. Texas, Houston, all the way.
All right. Actually, I got my outrageous prediction is that Deshaun Watson will be the MVP of the league. He would have been NFL. He would have been the Rookie of the Year. He didn't get that. He's going to be MVP of the league. And the First Lady did not send us her weekly women's empowerment message, but I have a message for women to empower them. And that message is, do not ever, ever, ever let anybody diminish what you bring to the table. And make sure that you're ready when the opportunity strikes and you at the table. Don't be at the table waffling. Be ready. And never let anybody diminish your right to be there. Goddess Kelly, what is happening in your world? What do you want the listeners to know?
Well, I've been taking a little bit of a summer vacation from my other show, but I am still in action on social media, so you can check out the selfies, you can check out the political debates, you can check out my witty banter on my Facebook page, and that's Kelly, Kellie, last name Ruttar, and you can also follow me on Twitter, KELLIERUTTAR, and you can follow my show, which will be back in action eventually at the Red Zone Live, where we bring the sexy back to sports.
That's sexy back to sport. Lew Houston, remember, check him out at LewHouston.com. Lew, any last words?
Yeah, so I just like to send a shout out to my man above. My music engineer, he passed away like 2-3 weeks ago. So the man that produced those 2 tracks that y'all heard, he was the best music engineer that I ever ran across.
And what's his name?
His name is Amari Sounds.
Much love, much love.
Shout out.
Much love. But please visit us at BrasPantiesSports.com, where you will find links for each of us, original episodes, and the Bear Skin Lounge with Dizzy Mac. E pluribus unum, out of many, one. Join us in demanding Congress honor the dignity of our fellow citizens from Puerto Rico and convene hearings into President Trump's humanitarian disaster. Remember, they are our fellow citizens. Remember, e pluribus unum. Now, this has been Spitface. I'm here with Goddess Kelly, our special guest, who we want to thank you, for being on the show today. You were a blast to be with. You had great energy, and we didn't have to hit that mute button. And thank you, Brother Lew Houston. You have been listening to Bras, Panties, and Sport. Check us out next week.